Hello and welcome to another Xperia Ireland training video. This is the third video in our series on our Integrex interactive floor systems. So far in the other videos we've covered day-to-day use of the system. In the second video we covered how to create new users, update, swipe cards and manage the scheduler. In this video we're going to look at creating a new theme from scratch. And where we're going to do that, we're going to start off in our main menu and we're going to click Edit. Under Edit, you can see we can pick existing themes and modify them. I don't advise doing that because somebody else could be using this theme. If you make changes to it, it's going to make changes to theirs as well, so you don't really want to do that. What you do want to do if you're creating a new theme is click Add New. The first thing it asks you is what kind of theme style do you want. So do you want something that scatters away? Do you want a quiz? Do you want hotspots? Do you want a reveal type or a repel type? And things like that. So that's the first thing it asks you to pick. So we're going to say that we want a fade type theme. So we just select fade and click next. We name it. So obviously you would name it something relevant to what you're wanting to do and just take note of the name and remember it. We click return. And the software is very user friendly. It takes you step by step through all the required ingredients basically in a logical order. So the next thing that we want to do is select our foreground image. Now these are all pre-made images that are in the system already and they're split into subsections. You can also see we have one called imports, and those are your imported images, and I'm going to show you how to do that just after we've done this section of the video. But for now we're going to say we want food, for example, and you can see we've got a big list of different foods there, and I'm going to pick one there and it gives us a preview of what that looks like. So you can see it's loads of tiles, and as you would be walking over it, it fades those tiles away. If I click next, the next thing it's going to ask me is what is the background image. So that is the image that appears behind this one. And again we're going to pick something. So we're going to say flags. So you could say Italian flag. So you could be asking the users, oh, where is lasagna from? And then you have Italy. There's so many different things you can do here. I'm not telling you what to do, but just giving you examples of what you could do. And you click next. You can see you can change. This is the effect speed. So you can see if I do that, it's very, very slow for them to fade back again. If I put that as an effect speed fast, see if I run the mouse over, that's so fast nothing happens. If I put it there, the speed affects how quickly the tiles start to reappear. You can see them coming back again there. So if you were working with users with maybe mobility problems, you would want to put this as slower so they don't have to move just as fast. You could use this as a development tool and make it faster over time if you're developing on their physical movement. Click next. If you wanted to, you do not have to. I stress that you do not have to, but you can add music to this as well, and we have a weird and wonderful large collection of music and sound effects. Again, you can also add your own, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can see you've got a huge list of pre-made ones. I'm going to say no, we don't want sound for this, so I'm just going to click save, and it takes us back out to the main menu, and we're done. So we've created a new theme. If I click back and go to the scheduler, where you'll find this is we put it under the fade category. I click fade. It's in alphabetical order, this list, so you can see it's down there, and I can just add it to the scheduler. If I click on that, it'll give us our preview, and yeah, that's very straightforward. I'm just going to do one more to show you the different types of themes. So another type of theme that you could do would be hotspots. So hotspots is a good one, a good learning tool one. So if we click add new, and choose hotspots. Click next. Again, it's going to ask us to name it. Click return. Under this one, I'm going to say technology, for example, and we're going to say computer. So that's our background image. Now, hotspots, basically the way they work is it's blank to start off with, and when you step or put your hands on the object, the hotspot will appear. So we're going to say that we want 3 hotspots in this particular theme. Now, just one thing to note here is you have 2 next buttons. This is to select the next hotspot. We're on 1 of 3, and this is to go to the next section. So we're going to say that under this hotspot we're going to say monitor, and we're just going to click there, and that's going to be the hotspot for the monitor. Very straightforward. Touch mode is going to be stop on touch. So that means if you do that, you can see, so if they walked over it, it would say monitor. The other thing you can do is you can actually attach a picture instead of typing something out, or you can put a sound in, or a combination of all 3. So for the second one, we're going to type keyboard. Ooh. And the hotspot's going to be there. And for the third one, sorry, I forgot to change the touch mode there. So sorry, just to complete or to give you an idea of the way these work. So stop on touch is as soon as you touch that object, the name will come up. Stop on complete is if you stand on it and then step away, it will complete. And story mode requires you to do them in order. So you'd have to step on the monitor first, then the keyboard, and then the third one's going to be mouse. So there's a set order, and that's a good way to work with somebody on a higher cognitive level. And the third hotspot, we're going to say mouse, and the hotspot's going to be there. And again, we're going to change this to stop on touch. So you can see as I hover the mouse over, and those appear, and then they'll disappear as you're not stepping over them. Okay, and then we're going to click. We're finished doing our hotspots. We'll say, for example, you do want to add a picture here, so totally irrelevant picture, but it's just to show you that you can. So for hotspot 3, you see you can put an image there, and you can come up with some quite advanced stuff in here. Again, we click next. Again, same as before, the last thing it asks you is, do you want background music? And again, you can pick anything that you want. Again, we're going to say no, we don't want anything. We click the blank at the top, and we click save. And again, that's very straightforward. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how to import media. And this can be videos, images, sounds, whatever. So I'm going to click import media, and again, it really baby steps you through this. It's very straightforward. So for example, we're going to say we want to import sounds. Just click that, and you can see it's a Windows, just a normal Windows dialog box, just like you'll be familiar with on any Windows computer. I'm just going to try and find where my music is. Okay, we're just going to pick just anything. Name your file. You can see it's blanked out now. It's kind of looks like it's frozen, but what it's actually doing in the background is it's updating this file and copying it. Your sound file has been imported successfully. One thing to be mindful of if you are importing a large music or video file, then it will take some time, especially video files can be multiple gigabytes. So just bear that in mind. Image is exactly the same. So we can import this. You can see the JPEG goes in much quicker, PNG rather. Image cutout is, you can grab an image but just grab a little bit of it. So I want to say I just want that bit of the image. So you're just drawing a bounding box around it. You can see we've got options for rectangular image, rounded rectangular image, freehand, and ellipse, which is like a circle or an oval. Click save, and your cutout has been imported successfully. Very last thing I want to show you is the image split. We can also show you. And that's where we are basically splitting this into different cuts. Click that, and the split is imported successfully. Videos is the exact same process, but just bear in mind a big video will take up a lot more space, and also will take much longer to transfer. I'm not going to do any of those because they're quite big, so we'll be sitting here for a while. But the process is exactly the same. You'll click import, it'll ask you to name it, and then it'll import it. It may take some time, be patient with it. Last thing I just want to show you is where do those things appear. So if you were making a new theme, so we would pick, say for example, fish, and if we were making a new theme, we would click, for example, fish, and go to next, and then we would again just baby stepping us through, looking for those background images. Now we have a section here called imports, and that is anything that we import, regardless of what it is, that's where it's going to appear. And you can see there we have it, Rush album cover. So that's the thing we've just imported. Effect style, so this is the fish. You can get them to swim to you or away from you, and this is just how many fish there are. Let's say 5, and you can see there's the fish. You can see they'll try and swim away from you if you're walking over them. Music, you can see, I'm trying to remember what I called that song. Is it Need a Friend? Yeah, so that's why you try and make sense with your naming. The music, as you can see, isn't subdivided. It's just in a big long list, and it's alphabetical. So if you just take note of what your sound actually was, and I say I can't remember for the life of me what that song was called. Ah, there we go. Take a Friend by Rush. So that will then play the sound in the background. Probably not the most calming sound for a scenario, but there you go. You click on save, and that's your completely custom scenario made. Okay, as usual, if you have any questions or need further information, just leave a comment below or email us at support@xperia-ireland.ie, and we can help you out further. But once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.